Hello there, and welcome back to Elite Healers Massage Therapy Online, coming to you from the heart of New York City, featuring myself, Adam Cardona. We are finally coming to the end of the first educational series I've created, the specific self-care series. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about self-massage and stretching techniques that you need to know for the muscles in your lower leg and in your foot. As with the other videos in this series, we're going to break the episode up into two parts today. This part, we're going to be learning about the self-massage techniques for that lower leg and foot area. But then in part two, we're going to be going over the stretches that are related to that area. Now that we're almost done with the series, I'm going to get even more in depth into it as a larger premium package that you'll be able to find in two different places. One is the app where you can also schedule your in-person massage therapy appointments with us, and that app is called the MindBody app. I left a link in the description if you want to get that app. The second place that you'll be able to do it is at patreon.com under Elite Healers Massage. You can join either one, and for a low price, I'm going to give you access to the entire content. So if you get in early, you'll be able to save yourself a few bucks, and you'll also be able to help support our channel. To be alerted when the latest news comes out, make sure you sign up to be on our email list by going to www.elitehealersmassagetherapy.com. Scroll to the bottom of the page and then sign up to be on our email list, and that's how you hear about the latest news fast. The second way to hear about major announcements that's not as reliable is to go follow us on social media, Instagram or LinkedIn at Elite Healers Massage. I believe posting on social media is like putting a sign on rented land. You know, it means that our announcements could be taken down. So really the best thing to do is to get direct communication from myself and the team by being on the email list. So go to www.elitehealersmassagetherapy.com and do exactly that. Now let's do the intro and let's start learning some specific massage techniques. The technique that I'm going to now show you is really beneficial for anyone who likes to get into mileage from running, or people who walk many miles a day, kind of like your average New Yorker. So all my New Yorkers, make sure you're listening up, because if you're any one of those people who puts on more than 10,000 steps in a day, even up to 15,000, you really need to have this technique down memorized. This technique focuses on the superficial muscles of the shin, known as the anterior tibialis muscle. Before I teach you this technique, I'm going to give you a warning first. If you think you're suffering from shin splints or something worse and haven't had it checked out, always go see your doctor and get their approval before trying this technique. Always make sure that you see a doctor when you're not sure if the pain you're experiencing is a warning sign of something more serious. Whether the problem is something small or large, you want to make sure it's properly diagnosed before getting any kind of treatment done on any area. Okay, now that I got the warning out, let's begin to learn this technique. So if you want to do this technique, make sure you have some kind of ball, tennis ball or therapy ball or even lacrosse ball, and then you want to make sure that you're on a surface that's nice and soft. For example, I'm going to be sitting with my feet on a soft mat, and then what I'm going to do is the area that I want to work on, I'm going to have that knee bent, that foot flat. I'm going to have my other leg off to the side because I'd rather just sit in a position where I can focus totally on here. So now you want to avoid the bone. So the inner part has the bone. You want to be on the outer fleshier aspect. What you're going to do is you're going to put the ball right into that fleshy area. You're going to put one hand over the other, and you're going to lean back. So that's an important reason you have to have that knee flexed. If you don't have that knee flexed, then you're not going to get the leverage you need. And you just lean back. You can divide it up into 3 or 4 sections. You can also make little circles on the muscle. Hold and breathe. You can also flex and extend the toes. That is intense, even for me. And then move down along the leg, just like that. Now, I'm going to get a little bit closer so you can see it better. I'm switching off to the other side. So now I'm going to work on my left, right? That foot gets put flat, and we're going to put the ball down on the muscle, right? Avoid the bone. If you need to, put your hand over the bone and then put the ball down onto the muscle, and that way you know you avoid the bone. Then one hand over the other, lean back, so you press into the muscle, and you can do compressions just like that and go along the muscle, or you can make little circles. I like to go counterclockwise because in traditional Chinese medicine, counterclockwise movement helps sedate the area, so that's why, I like to go in that direction and move along the muscle. And remember, you can also lift your foot up and do some toe slaps to really get in that muscle and help release any tension, break up those naughty knots, those naughty knots. And when you're done, you release, and then you'll just have used a ball to self-massage your shins. So let's start by taking a moment to show you how to roll out the muscles of your calf by using a foam roller and your body weight. It's really simple to do, and once you commit to memory, you should have no problem keeping it as one of your go-tos for your toolbox to keep your calves healthy before and after exercise. So to do this one, you're going to need that roller, but you might also want to have yourself a mat just to have soft contact with the ground, so that way it doesn't put too much stress on your hands. And if you need anything, always links are in the description to get what you need. Now to get started on this one, I'm going to use more of a traditional style foam roller, but you could also use something like this over there, a roller like that, but a Trigger Point Roller Company, as long as you can get into the muscle and it's a wide area of coverage. Now what you're going to do is you're going to put the roller down on the ground in front of you. Then you're going to get your calf muscle. Try to get the belly of the muscle right over the roller. Let me back up so I'm fully in camera shot. And now you see, just like that, you get on the roller, you lift yourself up, and you can go back and forth just like that. Try to keep the hands underneath your body so that way you have leverage and you don't put too much stress on your shoulder. Back and forth just like that. And then if you want to get a little deeper in the muscle, you do some flexing and extending of your toes just like that. And you go back, you hit a different part, or you turn your foot out and you get on the outside portion of your calf. Then once you're done, you can come off of it and switch off to the other side. You might also want to give your upper body a break if you're not used to holding yourself up like that. And just like this. And if not, you can always put like a book or something underneath if you can't get all that work holding your body weight up just like that. Just elevate your butt a little bit and that should help you out. And same thing, toe slaps. If you really want to get in there, one foot over the other and add a little bit of extra weight. Then when you're done, you come off it, you take the roller and you put it off to the side, you move on, you do the next self-massage or stretch technique that you want to do because you'll have just finished rolling out your calves. Alrighty, so I want to talk to you about one self-massage technique that you'll do on your own for the bottom of your foot using a small roller just like this one, and that belly is the most important part. You could use a larger one, but really what's it going to do? It's going to mess up your precision that you use when trying to work on that particular area. So this area we're working is the bottom of the foot. On the bottom of the foot is the muscles that are known as the foot flexor muscles. They basically help your foot grab the ground, grab the earth, and they interact with the floor all the time. So when you're, going about your day, even if you have the soft, comforted soles, those areas are still taking the full weight of your body. So you're going to want to be able to use this technique either in the morning or in the evening just to make sure that your feet have good maintenance. And aside from having good maintenance by taking care of it on your own, you can also come down to the Elite Healers Massage Clinic and have myself or the team work on your foot, your lower leg, everything that does walking all day by going to www.elitehealersmassagetherapy.com and scheduling your appointment today. Anyway, let's get started on this technique for the bottom of your foot. So I'm going to take this roller, I'm going to step back so I'm fully in the camera. I'm going to put it down on the ground right in front of me. Of course, I'll cut to it being a little bit closer right now, but I'm going to step on the roller. I'm going to lean my weight on it. I have one foot behind me, so that way it's my base, and I can shift onto the roller. I could also lean back and go back and forth doing some rolls just like this. And that's just going back and forth, keeping the foot relaxed. And I could also do compressions if I find a tight area. Ooh, hold on that tight area, breathe, and you can go section by section and do different parts of your foot on that side like that. Also, another thing you can do is flex and extend those toes so that way you break up the tissue in the area, and then after that you can get off it, switch feet. Now the leg that was just with less weight on it now becomes the anchor leg, and the other leg becomes the active leg that gets the massage. Then you go back and forth, putting a little bit of your weight on it, but enough where you're still mobile but compressing. Back and forth, compress, find areas that you want to compress. You can go up and down with the toes. Of course, the closer you are to your toes with that compression, the more it's going to affect the area. But you can roll and breathe. Then once you're done, you come off it and you'll just have successfully used a roller for the bottom of your foot. Make sure you like this video if you're enjoying the content.